market, producing 100 seats. On the other hand, Doug, the company that, that's thinking of entering this market, Doug, he could enter or he could stay out. So if Doug actually entered, that means that because Mona is producing the small quantity, they're going to be like a duopoly together in the market, right? Because she's producing a small quantity. If he enters, he will provide another 40 seats, and it's going to be the duopoly outcome that's going to prevail. Remember, the numbers are exactly the same like we used here before. The only thing they have changed here is the names. So that's, when Doug actually enters. If Doug actually decides to stay out, the price is, going to be 400. In that case, actually, Mona will make a lot of money. And therefore, she's going to be producing, making 18,000. And Doug, because he doesn't enter, she'll be making actually monopoly, profit 18,000 by herself. So there's no competitor there. If he doesn't enter, it's the monopoly outcome that will prevail. She'll make 18,000, he makes 0. And the other situation is that when she floods the market, she's going to provide more airline service, up to 100 there. Doug, same way, can enter or stay out. If he enters, actually, remember the price will fall to 100, equal average cost. And therefore, Mona will make 0 profit. Doug actually, in this example, make negative. Because Doug is a small company, actually that cost is going to be a little higher than Mona's, right? So that's why, you see kind of a difference there, negative 20. If he had, provided the same amount actually of tickets, maybe actually he would make 0 profit. But he's producing only 20, you expect his cost to be higher, and therefore he's going to lose money. So the other situation is that when she produces large quantity, he stays out. And when he stays out, remember the price is $200. And when she increases actually from her output from 60 to 100, the price falls from 300 to 100. And therefore, she'll be making only $10,000. So she'll be making $100 a ticket times 100 tickets. Right, that's $10,000. And he will make 0 because he does not enter the market. So these are the different alternatives in this situation. Now we're going to use the same actually ideas we used before to answer the question whether, Mona end up, deterring or allowing Doug to enter the market and share the market with him. So we're going to do exactly the same thing. We're going to look at Doug first, and then we move on to look at Mona. So what is Doug going to do if Mona actually, accommodates? Will he enter or will he stay out? He will enter, right? If Mona actually produces a large quantity, what will Doug do? Stay out. Right. So here actually we don't have a clear answer for Doug, right? He can stay out, he can enter based on what she does. So now we could, because we don't have a dominant strategy for Doug, we have to look at Mona. Maybe we'll find a dominant strategy for her. So looking at Mona, what do you think she would do? So basically, we have to, take out, those, right, number 2 box here. We're not going to use that because Doug did not do that. And, and this one either, So basically, the answer is going to be between 1 and 3. So what do you think Mona is going to do? She has a choice between box number 1 and box number 4. She can make 8,000, when she provides a small quantity, or she can make 10,000, by flooding the market. So she's better off flooding the market. And actually, it is a dominant strategy. And therefore, the answer is that, always deter. So always deter, do not accommodate. I mean, it's a general result, of course. Everything depends on really the margin, because, profits, it all depends on that. Sometimes it's better actually to accommodate. certain situations. Sometimes actually you deter and you end up losing money. So it really depends on specific situations. So we actually have entry deterrents. So remember I mentioned, companies, whether it's profit, are always under threat, because under the threat from other companies entering the market and, taking their profits away. So therefore, it depends really on the investment. So if there's a high investment to get into that kind of market, it's going to be difficult for companies actually to enter, and the incumbent actually will have less threat from entry. On the other hand, suppose that there is no cost to enter a certain type of business, where anybody can enter, it's free, it costs you nothing, there's no investment. And therefore the company, actually incumbent, will be under constant threat, both ways. Suppose, that's what we call a contestable market. So a contestable market is a situation where the cost of entry is extremely low. Market with low entry and exit costs, meaning that anybody actually can get in. When there is a profit, they can get out. Drive-by type of profits, actually, where people just get in and out, make profit, and there is profit. A lot of people enter certain markets like Christmas time, because it's cheap to enter. You sell something, you make a little profit, and then get out after that. So none of those kind of companies that are in that kind of situation actually are constantly threatened by other companies. Passive approach is better, like I said before. It could be sometimes a good idea just to accommodate the entrant. So meaning that entry deterrence is not always the best solution. It always depends how low your price is going to be. If your price is going to be under average cost, you're going to lose money. And the other companies now going to enter, but still going to lose money. Maybe you're going to make more money by accommodating, by allowing the other company actually to enter, share the market with you. That can happen. So that's actually the last slide. This is the last application here. What I have there is